I'm Maddie. Let's get started with our yoga today. So we are going to make our way up onto our feet if you're not already. So just to start with, we're going to start with our mountain pose or Tadasana. So bringing our feet into a parallel position, making sure those toes are facing the front and our heels are roughly in line with our hip bones. All right, and then just from here, grounding down all four corners of each of those feet down into the ground. Kind of like you're gripping the floor with your toes. Then from here, lengthening through the spine, we're going to roll our shoulders back and open our hands out to the sides. Really lengthening through the spine here, getting nice and tall through the neck. If it is available to, we're going to start to close down the eyes. You don't have to if you don't want to. We're going to activate the fingers now out to the side, feeling energy through the arms, through the shoulders. Feeling the belly engage, keeping ourselves nice and stable here. And just while we're here, we're going to take some nice deep breaths. Grounding down into the floor, finding your center. Maybe you'd like to set an intention for your class today. And just drawing your attention now just to this mat that we're on, or the carpet, or wherever you are. Letting go of everything else. Two more big deep breaths here. And then blinking the eyes open, letting the light back in. Take a big breath and reach the arms up to the ceiling. Clasp the hands together, and then we're going to press the palms to the ceiling. Do a big stretch up here. We're going to bring our shoulders all the way up to our ears. Nice and long. Big stretch here. Beautiful. All right, and then just taking the palms together into a prayer. If you would like to, you can clasp the fingers together and kind of just make a pointer finger. And then we're going to go over for a big side stretch. So what we're going to do here is actually send the hip to the side as we take our upper body over. Big breath here. Collapsing that right side of the body, or whichever side you're doing. Then we come up. Big breath. Then over to the other side, so sending the hip over and the upper body across. Nice long arms. We're still feeling that stretch of the shoulders all the way up to the ears here. And bringing yourself back through. We're going to do one more on each side. Big breath in. Exhale, stretch it over. Beautiful. Bring it back through. And other side, exhale. Good work. Coming back through the middle. Stay with your arms nice and tall. We're going to take a little back bend now. So we're going to take our fingertips and just bring them slightly behind you. We're going to press our hips a little bit forward. Try and keep balance here. Don't worry about how far you're going. Go to where your body is telling you it needs to today. One more breath. And then release back through. You can let the arms just drop down. Give yourself a little shoulder roll. We're going to bring our fingertips to our shoulders now and take a proper shoulder roll. So bring the elbows all the way up and around, making a nice big circle. Really mobilizing through the shoulders, through the arms. Okay, let's reverse it. So go the other way, bring them forwards. Okay, beautiful. Check out the arms. We're going to bring our feet nice and wide now. We want the toes to be facing the front or towards me. Now we take a big breath up, and then we're going to fold about halfway. So we're going to reach. You're going to reach towards me like you're trying to grab me. And then we're going to fold forward. I'll show you this from the side as well. So we want to be sending our hips back, and we want our spine nice and long. If you need to, you can take the hands to the hips. We're going to hold here for 2 more breaths. Nice long straight legs. If you need to, add a little bend in the knees. Beautiful. On your last breath, we're going to exhale and fold all the way down. Here, if you like to, you can take the fingertips to the floor. If you don't quite reach the floor, you can grab the shins. And then if you want to, you can hold on to the elbows. Just everyone releasing the head and the neck. So we're just going to rock side to side, up and down, nodding and shaking. no matter where you are. Just releasing through that upper body. Let gravity do its work here. Alright, and from here we're going to take some little kind of figure eights with our arms. So we're going to bring them over. We're going to take a little bend in the knees as we take the elbows over. So we'll show you this from the front as well. So a little bend in the knees, drawing like a little figure eight with your arms, or drawing it with your elbows even. Still letting that upper body hang and be nice and heavy. If you want to do these smaller or bigger, you do this in your own body. You can start to get a little bit more through the legs here, a little bit more of a bend. Alright, beautiful. Here we go, 2 more. Last one. Good work, and then releasing all the way up. Just bending through the knees, rolling through the spine, nice and slow. Let the head come up last. Beautiful. Alright, we're off to the shoulders. Let's go into our first little flow. So we're going to come to the top of your mat and kind of taking a little sun salutation just with a little bit of spice. So we're going to come in Tadasana. Make sure you've got all 4 corners of your feet grounded down. We take a big breath up. Bring the hands together as we fold down into your forward fold. We'll hold here just for a minute. We did do a forward fold just before, but we'll just hang here for a second. Just let go of that head. Good way. Then we take our fingertips to the floor, lengthening through the spine. We really want to work through the spine today. Taking the hands to the floor, we're going to step back to start with. We can take our jumps very soon. So for this class, we're going to, instead of taking our upward facing dog, we're going to lower down all the way to our belly and then make our way into a locust pose. So we're going to lift arms above our head and lift as much of your body off the ground and take a hold here. So make sure we are breathing. See if you can take the breath through the rib cage and through the chest and expand it through there instead of the belly. Really squeezing through the glutes. We're going to hold for 3, 2, beautiful. Float down, take the hands underneath the shoulders. We're going to press into your your down facing dog, I lied. Come back through. Hips up to the sky. Let's walk through the heels. Really stretching out through those calves, through the hamstrings. Don't worry if you can't get your heel all the way down. Okay, beautiful, pressing both heels down. Let's make our way back up into our forward fold. So we're going to lift our heels, bend through the knees, press the floor away, and then jump feet towards the hands. If you like, you can step it as well. Fingertips to the floor, inhale, lift. Exhale, float it down, release it all the way, and then inhale, rolling all the way up. Ending with a big breath at the top, using your arms to lift up, hands to prayer, and then down to heart center. We're going to do that one more time. Here we go, lift it up. Inhale, exhale, fold. Good, halfway lift, fingertips to the floor, flat spine. Down we go. If you want to jump this one, you can. And then we lower all the way to the belly. We take our locust pose, we lift up. Hold, hold, hold. See how much of your body you can get off the mat. We want to use our back muscles here. Big breath, keep the spine long. Try not to crunch the neck and look up or too far down. We want to keep it in line. 2, 1, release down, pressing into your downward facing dog. Hands under the shoulders. Hips come up nice and high. Tuck the toes under. And walking through the heels. Okay, here we go. Let's come up to our forward fold. We lift the heels, bend the knees, press the floor away, jump. Feet to hands. Halfway lift. Exhale, float it down. Inhale, come all the way up. Roll, roll, roll. All the way up with your arms. Hands to heart center. Alright, so we're going to do that very similar again. We're going to add a little bit more to it. Okay, so here we go. Sitting yourself up. Here we go. Inhale, lift. Exhale, float it down. Same as what we've just done. Inhale, lift, halfway. Place the hands down. See if we can jump this time. Down, all the way to the belly. We're doing our locust pose again. Lift it up. We're going to hold for 3, 2, Beautiful. Press up to your downward facing dog. Walk through the heels here. Alright, beautiful. Pressing both heels down. Alright, we're going to take our right leg now up to the ceiling in your three-legged dog. I'm going to hold here for a second, really feeling that pull through the hamstring, pressing the floor away, shoulders up to the ears, long through the spine. See if you can point that toe even. Alright, and then bringing the knee towards your right wrist. So we're going to bring it all the way to the floor. Dropping through. You're going to pull that ankle through a little bit here. Untuck that toe, drop the knee, and we're here in our pigeon pose. So we're not going to be holding this stretch for too long. We're going to move through it. So hands nice and wide on your mat. We're going to float the chest down and up. So we're going to bring your head and your chest with this. We want it nice and fluid and flowing through. Make sure you keep moving. You don't want to stop in one place for too long. See if you can really take your weight forwards as well. You don't want to be here. We want to kind of really lengthen through the spine. Moving organically through this. Take one more here. Alright, once you've done that, we're going to tuck the toe at the back. This leg that's in front of you, we're going to bring it all the way back up into your three-leg dog. Here we go. All the way up. Then we take that foot now to the floor between the hands. Same one. Crescent lunge. Lift it up. Drop it down a little bit. Open to your warrior two. Pivot on that back foot. We drop it nice and low. We've got our shoulders down, gazing over the fingertips. Beautiful. Extended side angle. Forearm to the thigh. Other arm reaching right over. See if you can press that shoulder and the ear away from each other. And then our reverse warrior reaching up to the ceiling. From here, windmilling the arms all the way back into that low lunge. We step the front foot to meet the back foot in your plank. Let's take our flow. We go all the way down. Remember, instead of our upward facing dog, we're taking our loctus pose. 3, 2. Exhale down, hands under the shoulders, pressing upward dog. Downward dog. I keep saying the wrong one. Walking through the feet. And let's take our forward fold. We lift the heels, bend through the knees, press the floor away, jump, feet to hands. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. And rolling up through the spine. Big lift. Good work. All right, have a moment here. We're going to take it on the other leg. One breath. Okay, here we go. Big lift up. Inhale. Exhale, float it down. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Jump back with me. And we go down for our big lift up, kind of like I always say Superman, we're going to change it to Superwoman, I reckon. Lift it up. Hold, hold, hold. And releasing down, hands under the shoulders, press up, upward dog. I keep saying upward dog, it's downward dog. My brain is just so wide. Okay. Here we go. We're going to take our pigeon pose again. We've got our left leg moving now. Left leg up into your three-leg dog. We come through. Knee comes to the floor next to your left wrist. Pull that ankle through a little bit here. Drop the knee down. Leg goes long. See if you can kind of press those hips down to the floor a little bit more. We've got our spine nice and long, shoulders down. And then we take our beautiful little fluid flow. Down and up, moving through the spine. Let your head just kind of come with it. There's no right or wrong here. Should not feel a beautiful stretch through that glute. Maybe even through the hip flexor as well. 2 more here. Take your time. Move however feels good for you. Last one. And then we're pressing back up. We're going to tuck that toe underneath. The leg that's in front of you is going straight up to the sky. Here we go. Lift it up. Good work. Then we're stepping that foot between the hands. Good work. Crescent lunge. Lift it up. Get low. And opening to your warrior two. Pivoting on the back foot. Opening out through the hips. Feel that inner thigh open. And an extended side angle, forearm to the thigh, reach it up and over, shoulder away from the ear. See how far you can reach those fingertips. And then we come up and around for your reverse warrior. Windmilling the arms all the way around back to the floor. In your low lunge, we step our front foot to meet our back foot. We go down, press up into your superwoman, that's what I'm calling it now, superwoman pose. Hold for 3, 2, exhale, fold down, press up, downward facing dog, got it right that time. Pressing through the heels. And let's prepare for our forward fold. We go up, bend through the knees, press and jump between the hands. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. And rolling on up. Come on all the way through with your arms. Hands to heart center. Well done. Alright, so we're going to make our way onto the floor for our next section here. So coming on down, have a drink whenever you need one. So we're going to take a back laying position, so rolling down through the spine. So to start with, we're going to have our heels nice and close in towards our glutes. We want to try and create like a bit of like a train tracks effect here. So we're going to bring our hip bones, our knees, our ankles and our toes all in the same like tracks, if that makes sense, okay? So we're going to bring our hands just by our side and taking some glute bridges. So we're going to squeeze through the glutes to lift up. Holding here in our bridge pose for 3, 2, roll on down on 1. We'll do these another 3 more times, I think. We're going to squeeze the glutes, really feeling those hips pressing up to the ceiling. Big, beautiful squeeze of those glutes. Rolling on down. We'll do it 2 more. Make sure you do release when you get down. Squeeze to lift. 3, 2, roll it on down 1 more time. In your own timing, here we go. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Good work, rolling on down. Nice job. Okay, so our next pose, we're going to take a wheel pose. So we're going to take, if you are uncomfortable with a wheel pose, just give it a go first. If you feel uncomfortable with it, you can come back to this bridge pose and hold it here with your hands for a little bit of support. And we're going to hold it for a little bit of time, okay? So we're going to take our hands to the floor. We're going to bring it so that our fingertips are facing inwards towards our feet. So we're going to try and get those shoulder blades and bring them a little bit closer together. Try and bring your fingertips so they're underneath the shoulders or as close inwards as you can. I know everybody is different, so just work with your body. Just be gentle with it. Okay, and then we're going to press up into our wheel pose. So just to start with, we're going to get into our glute bridge, the one that we've just done. So squeezing through the glutes, pressing the floor away. If you like and you have got the back flexibility, you can walk the feet in a little bit more here. And then we're going to press the floor away, really using the strength in your arms. We're going to press up into our wheel pose all the way through. What we want here is to press our shoulders so that they're over our wrists as best we can. We don't want to be too far away from them. So pressing up and pressing the floor away. Big breath here. Squeezing the glutes. Hold, hold, hold. We've got 3, 2, rolling on down. We're going to very gently get our head to the floor, rolling through the spine, and then just releasing those wrists. You can give them a little roll here. If you want to tuck the thumbs in and make a fist, you can give a little gentle rock of your knees side to side. Good work. All right. Beautiful work. We can try that again sometime if you want to re-watch this again. Something really good to practice, and it's something that you can work your body to get eventually. All right, so just to move through, we're going to take our hands underneath our knees and come up to seated like this. We're going to bring our shoulders down away from the ears. Spine is beautifully long to start with. So from here, we're going to take some rock and rolls. All right, so just to start with, rolling through the spine all the way back and all the way up. I did that too slow. All the way down and all the way up. All right, so get a little bit of momentum with it. You don't want to go too slow, not be able to get yourself back up. What we want here is our core strength. All right, so using our core to bring ourselves back up. rolling through. Getting a kind of little massage here as you do this. It's kind of nice, especially if you've got a sore back. Be nice and gentle with that spine as well, especially if you're feeling this is uncomfortable. You don't have to do this. We'll be moving on in a second. Okay, we're going to take 2 more rock and rolls. Good. All right. From here, we're going to try and balance on our sit bones. So we do this by taking our heels off the floor and just kind of keeping the toes connected to the floor, but we don't want to be putting any pressure on the feet, okay? So let's just take 3 more rolls. We're not going to be pressing into the ground when we come up this time, okay? So we roll down. We're only going to do 3. Coming on up. Keep the core strength. You want nice long spine when you come up, even if you want to challenge yourself and not touch the floor at all. 2 more. Hold. Last one. All right, beautiful. So while we're here balancing on our sit bones, we're going to extend our feet up so that we are here in our boat pose. So if you're comfortable here, you can stay here. If you want to take a little challenge with me, we're going to bring our arms by our sides. So just drawing those shoulders back and down. And again, long through the spine, always long through the spine, unless we tell you not to. We want a beautiful, as 90 degrees as possible. Core is on. Hip flexors are working. Beautiful. Grab the backs of the knees. Let's roll 2 more times. All the way up. Hold. 1 more. All right. Good. This time we're going to hold our boat pose again. Reaching forward. If you want to take it even further with me, we're going to extend our legs long. I get a little shaky with this one. You might as well. Really working through our hip flexors, long and strong through the legs. Roll those shoulders back. Breathe. Here we go. 3, 2. Grab the backs of the knees. Roll with me 2 more times. 1 more. Good work. Okay. So we're going to bring ourselves now into a shoulder stand. All right, so it sounds scary, but we can do it. It's actually something that you can work up to and practice, and we can get it. If you don't get it today, don't stress too much, all right? So we're going to take our roll back once more. This time, instead of keeping the hands behind our knees, we're going to take it to the floor. So let's roll back this time. As we come up, we're going to bring our hands to the floor. Keep the knees bent in. We want to kind of walk the shoulders in towards each other. All right, if you absolutely need to here, we're going to bring our hands to our hips. Okay, we're going to hold here just for a second. Kind of hard to breathe in this position, but try your best to keep breathing. Okay, releasing those hands, let's roll them up. All right, so that's our first level of our shoulder stand. So if you want to do that, if you try our second level, you don't have to do it. If it's uncomfortable, you can go back to that level 1 that we've just done, okay? Okay, level 2, here we go. We're going to straighten our legs a little bit more. Let's roll back, hands to the floor. Okay, this time, hands come to your back. We're going to walk them up the back so that we want to try and get our hips as high as we can, ideally getting them roughly in line with our shoulders. So keep the knees bent in, you don't have to straighten them yet. And then rolling on down, release. Good job. Okay, we're going to try this one more time. We're going to try our best to straighten our legs. Are we ready? We go down. Hands come to the floor to start with. We take our hands to our back, walk them up. We want to try and get as much as we can. Walking those shoulder blades in a little bit. And let's try our best here to straighten our legs. We're here in our shoulder stand. Breathe. All right, here we go. 3, 2, bend the knees in, let go of the back, and we'll roll down through. Good work. All right, feel free to practice that at any other time. We'll move on here to just finish off the class. So let's come into some all fours. And then we're going to take a child's pose. So you're welcome to bring your knees nice and wide. If not, you just keep them parallel. And then we're going to send our hips back towards our heels, big reach forwards. We've done a lot through our spine today, so really lengthening it out. You can drop the head to the floor. If you want to, you can take the hands by your side and just release the head down, dropping the shoulders. Just have a moment here, just to release through the spine, noticing how it feels. Beautiful. One more breath here. And then just bringing those hands under the shoulders, pressing the chest up. And then let's make our way over onto our back. Rolling through the spine to get down here into our shavasana. We're going to let our legs go long, arms come by our side. Releasing everything down into the mat. You can just let those toes drop to the side. You can have hands on the belly or out to the side. It's up to you. Closing down the eyes if they're not already. And just having a moment here to just stop for a moment. To just relax. Just releasing any tension that you're holding throughout the body. Really feeling a sense of relaxation down through the spine. And you're most welcome to stay here in your shavasana for a few more minutes. And if you like to finish up with me, we're going to make our way over onto our side. We're going to give our knees a big hug here. Nice and gently and slowly moving through. And then making our way up to a seated position. And then we'll just stay here just for a little stretch of our neck. So just bring our head around in a big circle. And we'll go the other way. Beautiful. And we'll finish there. Thank you very much. Namaste.